James Thomas Morning Blend. It is time to review a movie. This week, we're going to do Challengers with everybody's favorite Zendaya as Tasha Duncan. And I have my two favorite. I have Janelle, I have Tony, and we're going to get started on this. It's directed by Luca. Pronounce it.
Guadagnino.
There you go, Tony. I appreciate it. Produced by Amy Pascal, Luca, Zendaya, and Rachel O'Connor. Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike Faist, if I'm saying that right, from West Side Story. Is that correct?
Feist.
Feist. Okay. They're here to correct me. So let's get started with Janelle. What did you think about Challengers?
It was interesting. I like the way it was shot. It was shot very much like a tennis match, back and forth. Sometimes it slowed down. Sometimes it was quick jumping from the past to the present. I also thought it was very interesting that it seems like it is a girl caught between two boys, two men. And whereas I think normally a movie like that would be is she would be like, oh, who do I choose? She is very much playing these boys against each other. She has one singular focus. It is tennis. It is winning at tennis championships at all costs. Dare I say she's almost written as a male in this, which I actually kind of appreciated, that she was not caught up and the kind of the emotion caught between them. Actually, it was more of a relationship story between the boys than it was her. She was competitive. She was singularly focused on tennis, and yeah, I thought it was interesting in that way.
All right, Tony, what did you think?
It's an intimate, messy love triangle, essentially. I mean, Zendaya's a force. Josh O'Connor and Mike Feist were solid as well, but it's Zendaya's film, in my opinion. It's really uniquely told through a lot of flashbacks, which I did enjoy. I think that given the fact that Luca Guadagnino, is in charge of this, I expected a little more twist here and there. It's definitely something that he had his touch on with the way he told the story, as Janelle said, with the tennis match. I was expecting a little bit more, though. But honestly, the number one thing besides Zendaya was Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's score. I mean, this is one that stuck with you, and I 100% see a nomination in their future. Very intriguing, very intense, and that's hard to say for a tennis match.
All right, as the older person of the group, I enjoyed it. I know when we left the theater, there were some older critics talking about they didn't quite enjoy it, they didn't quite get it. But I have to agree with you, Janelle. I love the way it was shot. I love the way that it went. You're absolutely right. It was more of a competition with the guys more than anything. Zendaya was good. Tony, I agree with you. The music fit everything. This was well put together. So I'm going to be the first one to say it. I'm going to go ahead and give it 3.5 out of 5 for challengers. Tony.
I'm okay with a 4 out of 5 on this one. I think that it's not necessarily groundbreaking, but Zendaya's performance is that strong. I think she commands the screen. She's an absolute force, and she's definitely worth seeing. I also think it's Luca Guadagnino's most mainstream film yet, and he's finally going to get a big box office haul out of this. I'm intrigued to see the pulse of the crowds when they see it this weekend.
Janelle?
I say good solid 3.5 out of 5 is about it is good. It is interesting seeing a female character written like this, but it feels like it does still kind of lack something to it. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 is good.
Well, I think most of the guys are going to say 4 just because it's a day. There's Tony right there for you. So we're going to give it 3.5 for challengers. Thank you for watching Morning Blend. I appreciate Tony. I appreciate Janelle. I miss you guys. We'll see you next week, folks.